As Muslim terrorists fight for more control of Iraq, there's a reported cleansing of Christians who have made Iraq their home for centuries. Nearly 1.5 million in 2003, no longer. That number has reportedly fallen off the table. Republican Senator Rob Portman from Ohio said to introduce a resolution condemning the violence and hoping to draw some attention to this. And Senator, good morning to you. Some of the details, what can you say about how, especially in the town of Mosul, north of Baghdad, how that number has just dropped seemingly overnight?
Yeah, it's very disturbing, and what we're trying to do is draw attention to this issue on bad intelligence, frankly, partly because of the way the U.S. left Iraq. We don't have the best intelligence. What we do know is that ISIS, which is this Islamic State group, this terrorist group that has moved into Iraq, is telling Christians and some other minority religions, you either convert to Islam or you face a fine that is so high that many cannot pay it, or you face execution. As a result, a lot of these Christians are leaving. They're fleeing. And when they leave, we're told they're, losing all of their possessions. They're being robbed. They're on foot because they're, losing their vehicles. And so this is happening right now in Iraq, this country where we've invested
and there's
so much.
No one there to protect them either. And apparently the Arabic symbol for N is being put on the doors of Christians who live in Mosul, and that represents the town of Nazarene. Is that right?
That's correct, and we're talking about Mosul here, which is a place where Christians have lived for over 2,000 years. It's referenced in the Bible, not as Mosul, but it is a place where traditionally there has been a strong Christian tradition. You've seen the issue with regard to the destruction of the tomb of Jonah as well. So this group that has come in is really systematically purging the Christian community and other religious minority groups.
Yeah. So you're saying convert, pay a tax, or be killed? I mean, those are three tough options. Yeah. What can a resolution with Debbie Stabenow, a Democrat from Michigan, who's in on this bipartisan measure with you, what can you do other than draw attention to the cleansing?
Well, the U.S. government needs to do more. We're a country that was founded by people fleeing persecution, and we should be stepping up and providing a safe haven for these refugees. Other countries are frankly doing more, including France. Second, we got to tell the Iraqi government we expect them to do all they possibly can to protect these people. We've also put in the resolution we need to coordinate and work with some of the refugee groups that have come out and with the Kurds, because in the Kurdistan region there are a lot of Christians, and we think they can be more helpful too. So this is an effort to light a fire under the State Department to try to get them to do more to protect these religious minorities, including Christians, and to do so urgently before we lose more lives and have this additional purging.
Do you get the sense the State Department is on this story? Because so few people talk about it, Senator.
It's not being talked about, and one of the reasons I'm really glad you had me on today is to try to raise the visibility of it. I wrote a column today which will appear shortly in one of your competitive publications, but it's on our website. I hope folks go look at that and do their own research and learn more about this, because this is an issue that we are not addressing as we should. And Bill, I think it's partly because we are spread so thin now with so many tragic circumstances around the world, in Syria, in Iraq, certainly what's going on in Ukraine, and with regard to the Gaza, I just heard the interview that Martha did with Michael Oren. So there's a lot going on, admittedly, but we've got to focus on this one to ensure these people's lives are not destroyed.
The world is aflame. Senator, thank you. Rob Portman.
Thank you, Bill.
From Ohio.
Good to talk to you.
On the Hill.